What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Let's take some time to talk about Shiba Inu because I'm excited, right? And most people are excited. You see all of the hype and attention around what is going on. You see the movement within SHIB recently. And it's because of the things that are happening behind the scenes and obviously in front of our faces. Now, I want to give the ecosystem dev team props for burning, right? Now, is it the level that we expected to see all of it burn off? No, I said that from the beginning that it kind of wouldn't make sense for them to do it because it would kind of decrease bone by a lot, or at least impact bone by a hell of a lot short term. And that's not something I know that, I know they don't want that. So with that being said, we're seeing a series of burns. Every time we see any type of green or positivity within bone, we see a series of burns. Now, maybe they'll have some sort of more efficient way of doing this because maybe doing it the way that they are doing it, even though it is increasing the burns for Shiba Inu and I'm all for it, I want to make sure that they are made whole and they feel good in this situation. Yes, they should be burning 100%. They should have been burning from the beginning. But in order for things to be sustainable, you need to make sure that all parties are benefiting from this in a way. Because honestly, that's what they want. They want the benefits of burning Shiba Inu by seeing bone that increases because of that, right? But it's not guaranteed that you're going to see that. Now, what is guaranteed is that you're going to have an impact to the entire ecosystem, everything that is developed. So if you are seeing Shiba Inu that's running, it's more likely than not you're going to see bone that's running as well. However, if you're seeing a larger burn that's associated with it, meaning that they're selling bone in order to buy and burn Shiba Inu, that may be a little bit more of a difficult way to say that bone will increase. So anyways, I want to talk about the burns that we have seen. I want to talk about what type of impact it has and kind of how this does remain sustainable, just to clear things up and give you an understanding as to like why they didn't burn and now why they're doing these series of burns rather than the 3 burns that they said. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out any of the links down below, definitely go ahead and check out those links. If you guys want to start trading with Margex, you can use my Margex link which is in the description. You can trade up to 50x leverage on Solana, 100x leverage on BTC. You can trade 25x leverage on Caspa, and even 25x leverage on Shiba Inu. So if you guys are interested in maybe putting $100 and you could possibly trade with leverage and see how you work in the trading space, in the day trading space, in the swing trading space, you can test out your skills here by implementing a lot of the indicators and all of that stuff and breaking down your strategy and maybe even creating a new strategy. So feel free to check out that link in the description. But like I said, Shiba Inu, if you didn't know, has been doing series of burns. The first burn was 8.2 billion. I'm going to start losing track of what the numbers are. The first burn was 8.2 billion. Second burn was 8.6 billion. And it was 8.5 billion, and now we see an 8.4 billion burn recently. So total has been about 32, 33 billion coins within this time frame. Now, just within this month, or actually within 24 hours, we've seen 2 of those burns. So within 24 hours, we've seen a burn of 8 billion, 8.5 billion, and another burn of 8.6 billion, which we can see right here. We're going to see 8.4 billion, and then we go down here and we're going to see that it was 8.5 billion within a 24-hour time frame. It was before 24 hours. So the reason why they did that, from what I understand, right, they didn't really give out much information, but the reason why they did that was because of the fact that it was positive. As bone looks really positive, they want to make sure that that's the time frame that they do this so that they're not decreasing it more while it's already decreasing. Now, currently, if we go and look at Shiba Inu sitting at 0.00001102, and you're also seeing the price that is starting to come back from a level, but it's up 3%. So it definitely has moved off of this news, and we're seeing a $6.49 billion market cap volume You're seeing $259 million that's there. The volume to market cap ratio hasn't really been amazing, but you're still seeing decent amount of volume, decent amount of movement. Majority of that volume that's going into it has to be positive because of the positive outcome that you do have there. But if we go into bone and we look at the price for that, we're seeing that that was down, and hopefully that doesn't update. We're seeing that is down about 1.5%. Now, what they want to see, and I know they want to see this, they have more of an interest in bone. Let's just be completely honest. They have more of an interest in bone, so they need to see bone that's rising and being worth a lot more. The more that they're doing this, and the more that it creates a negative impact while Shiba Inu runs, the less likely that they're going to want to continue to do this. Now, I'm not saying that you go and invest into the project. I'm saying we have to find a kind of sustainable way for you to burn Shiba Inu without impacting bone as much, because the more that it gets impacted, the less likelihood that they're going to want to continue to do this, and the more spacing out you're going to have of these burns, because you're seeing $9 million worth of volume and you have $100,000 technically $200,000 in one day that you're selling. It's a negative impact. It's always going to be a negative impact. And I don't know where that raises the bar, right? If the bar was at like a 50-50 split, well, now you're seeing the sales go a lot higher because there's $200,000 that are being impacted, that are being pushed to the bone side. Now, ultimately, I think that this does benefit bone in a way, because it brings a little bit more notoriety, a little bit more, popularity to it from the people that support Shiba Inu. It's just, you have to find a more efficient way, because right now, the way that we're doing it, if we go over to SHIB burn tracker, and if we look at the Shibarium tracker, we're going to see that you have 1.07 million that's sitting in there, and you have 1.4 million bone. It's like consistently to where it's around that level. Now, I don't know if this dynamically updates. It should, because SHIB burn usually does a great job with that. But you're looking at this standard, and if they continue to do that, if it continues to stay around 1 million, they'll never be able to deplete that entire supply that's there. There needs to be a little bit more of an efficient way so that they don't impact bone in the largest way possible, and maybe it gets converted to something that has a larger market cap instead of going directly to bone, even though it's making bone usable, because people have to pay in bone in order to use Shibarium and transact and do all of that within Shibarium. So honestly, I think this is definitely eye-opening, and I think we need to kind of brainstorm as to what's the best option. Obviously, I'm not a part of the team. I can't really say that I have created anything in there, right? And I don't have a say in what they're going to do, but I'm sure they're going to be able to come up with something. But the point is that I want to see them continue these burns, and while we're getting hype over these burns, I want to see them happen. Day in and day out, or week after week, whatever the time frame actually is on when they burn, I want to see it be consistent. But every time it goes green, if we're taken away from that green to burn or sell bone in order to burn SHIB, it's not going to be beneficial to them, and they're not going to see that as a positive. They're going to see that as a large impact on bone, and also investors are going to see that as a large impact on bone. So ultimately, it's great. Shiba Inu side, it's fantastic that we're seeing the burn. We're seeing 16 billion, 17 billion in a matter of a day. And over the month, it's been like 32, 33 billion. But I mean, you need to find like a little bit better of a process so it stays sustainable. I'm trying to understand the most positive thing and the most negative thing. And if we can find a way to, take away from that negative and make it more positive overall. But again, great to see the burn. I'm happy with the burn. 24 hours, 17 billion. Let's go. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.